Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to change your IP address using two different tools. First, we'll look at Gr33n37-IP-Changer, and then second, we'll be looking at ProxyChains. Before we do anything, first we have to go ahead and download Tor. And just so no one is confused, what we're doing is we're downloading Tor, the application. That's the application that is being used to hide our IP address, not the Tor browser that allows us to explore .onion websites. So we're going to go ahead and download Tor, and then we're going to go ahead and pick up with Gr33n37-IP-Changer. So this is the GitHub for Gr33n37-IP-Changer, and all it is, it's just a script that runs in the background that uses the Tor application to change our IP address. So all we're going to do is copy the link, and then we're going to do a git clone command so we can go ahead and download everything. So next we're going to go ahead and cd into Gr33n37-IP-Changer, and then here we have the script that we need to run. We're going to go ahead and hit enter, and here's the script and it's ready to use. But before we do that, we have to do one other thing in our Firefox settings. So we're going to open a browser, and then we're going to click settings, and then we're going to scroll down and we're going to click network settings. Next, we're going to go ahead and put our loopback address of 127.0.0.1 where it says SOCKS host, and then for the port, we're going to put 9050 because that's the port that the Tor application needs to use to work properly. Make sure we have SOCKS 5 checked, and next we're going to make sure proxy DNS when using SOCKS 5 is checked as well. So now that we're back on the script, it's asking us two questions. First, it's asking us how long do we want to stay on the server before changing the IP address. We're just going to go ahead and pick 5. Next, it's asking us how many times do we want to change the IP address. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and pick 0 for unlimited. And now it's going to start running. It is slow at first, but give it some time and things will pick up. When we go to what is my IP, we see that we're somewhere close to Amsterdam. And I just want to switch back to the IP changer, and as you can see here, it's just going through IPs left and right. So like I said, give it a little bit of time and we'll pick up. Next, we're going to take a look at ProxyChains. But before we do anything, we have to make a few edits in the .com file. And I have the location of that file here on screen. So use whatever text editor you want. For me, I prefer Nano. And now that we're in, this is the .com file. And we're just going to start at the bottom and work our way up. So we're using SOCKS 5, and just how we put our loopback address and that port 9050 in Firefox, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here in the .com file. Next, make sure proxy DNS is not commented out. And finally, we go from strict chain to dynamic chain. And when we have it set to dynamic, what ProxyChain is doing is that it's going out to the Tor network and pulling different IP addresses for us to use. And this is the difference where strict and dynamic comes into play. With the dynamic, what's it doing is it's pulling different IP addresses from the Tor network for us to use. Strict is also pulling different IP addresses, but the main difference is with strict, if one IP address doesn't work in that chain, it just stops. With dynamic, let's just say one IP address didn't work, it will just find another random IP address for us to use, and it just keeps going. Now that we have everything set in the .com file, we're just gonna go ahead and run ProxyChains. And in the background, we can see that our computer is reaching out to different IP addresses to use. And we can also see that it's using one of those IP addresses because it's saying that we're in Germany. And when we go to my IP, it just confirms everything that we are currently in Germany. So that's it, everyone. That's how you change your IP address using 2 different tools. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you on the next one.